Hi boys and girls. In this video we are going to be looking at solutions to 5 questions. All these questions are questions from the chapter a pair of linear equations in two variables. Where did these questions appear? They appeared as a part of the sample paper given by the CBSE board for term 1 multiple choice questions academic year 21-22 standard version of the paper. Both section A and section B together had 5 questions from linear equations. All of these questions were straightforward easy questions, right? One or two questions had good quirks to them in the way you could approach and solve them quickly. But in general, all 5 questions were straightforward, easy questions. Start with the first of the questions. The value of k for which the lines represented by the equation 5x plus 7y equals 3 and 15x plus 21y equals k, when will they coincide? For what value of y, for what value of k will these two lines coincide is what the question is. Two lines represented by equations, let's say a pair of linear equations in their generalized form a1x plus b1y is equal to c1 and a2x plus b2y is equal to c2, right? If you have these two equations, they will coincide provided this condition is satisfied, which is a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2 should be equal to c1 by c2. Let's quickly find out what is a1 b1, a2 b2, c1 c2, right? This is a1 b1 c1 and these are values which are a2 b2 c2. Plug those here and solve for it, we'll get the answer. So a1 by a2 is basically 5 upon 15, b1 by b2 is 7 upon 21, c1 by c2 is 3 upon k. It's quite evident 5 by 15 and 7 by 21 are both equal to 1 by 3. So it's equate 1 by 3 to 3 by k to find the value of k. So 1 by 3 is equal to 3 by k. Cross multiply, the value of k is equal to 9. I think choice A is the correct answer to this question, right? So very straightforward, you guys would have cracked it, not a problem at all. Quickly move on to the second one. One equation of a pair of dependent linear equations. Dependent linear equations are linear equations which will represent a pair of coincident lines. That's what it essentially means, right? Is minus 5x plus 7y equals to, the second equation can be which of the following is what we have, right? So we'll actually use the answer options to solve this, but before that let's just get a handle on when we talk about two dependent equations, how will they basically resemble. If a pair of equations, linear equations represented by a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, if they exist, they will be dependent provided a1x plus b1y, I'll write it as equal to c1, this is perfectly alright. Taking it the other way around is also okay. If this is equal to k times of a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. Essentially what we are saying is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2 is equal to a k. Therefore, we can say a1x plus b1y is equal to c1 if it can be expressed as 4 times the other equation, 2 times the other equation, minus 3 times the other equation, then these two equations will be dependent equations. So we need to pick from the answer options which of the answer options, the equation given and which of the answer options can be expressed as k times this equation given to us, right? So that's essentially what we are going to be looking at. Start with answer option A. One quick cue as to how we can eliminate answer options quickly, right? Look at it, the coefficient of x and y are of opposite signs, minus 5x plus 7y. So it can also be a 5x minus 7y equals a minus 2. So essentially we need to pick only those answer options, shortlist only those where the coefficient of x and y are of opposite signs if they are on the same side of the equation. Here x and y are on the same side of the equation, their coefficients are both positive, whereas we wanted one to be positive and one to be negative. So let's not even bother about writing it as 2 times something and figuring it out. They are the same sign, so we can eliminate it. Let's look at answer option B. Again, both are negative, whereas we wanted one to be positive and the other to be negative. So answer option B also can be eliminated. These are quick cues to eliminate answer options. Move on to the remaining two, C and D. X is negative, y is positive, x is positive, y is negative. Both are feasible answer options. So let's rewrite them and check out, right? So let's write this as a minus 10x plus 14y is equal to a minus 4 to resemble this to some extent. So take 2 common outside. So minus 5x matches plus 7y matches is equal to minus 2, which does not match. We needed to have a plus 2 on this side. Therefore, C is not the answer. A, B, C eliminated. D obviously should be the answer. Let's see whether it makes sense. Take a minus 2 common from this. This will leave us with a minus 5x plus 7y is equal to 2. So this is our original equation. So the equation given in choice D can be written as k times, in this case k is equal to a minus 2, minus 2 times of minus 5x plus 7y is equal to 2. So these two lines, right, the lines represented by these two equations will be coincident lines or they will be dependent equations, right. So quick cue in this is like Start by eliminating answer options where the coefficients of x and y, the signs of those don't match what is given in the original equation. Move on. Given below is a graph representing two linear equations by lines AB and CD. Okay, the graph is in the next slide. Let's go to it in a while. What is the area of the triangle formed by these two lines and the line x equals 0? What is the line that would be represented by the equation x equals 0? The y-axis equation is x is equal to 0, and the x-axis, this is y-axis, and the x-axis equation is y is equal to 0. So, we are essentially saying that, hey, there is a triangle that is formed using three lines as the sides of the triangle. One is line AB, second is line CD, and the third one is basically the y-axis, right. So, line AB, line CD, and then the y-axis. So, we are talking about triangle ACD. We will have to find out area of triangle ACD. Area of triangle ACD is not too difficult to find out. Area of triangle ACD, area of triangles, we know the formula for it is half into the base into the height. What is the height? Height is a perpendicular distance between a side and the opposite vertex. So, I am going to take AD as the base for this triangle ACD. So, half into AD is my base. I need to find out the height. Opposite vertex, a line perpendicular to it, because y-axis happens to be the base. Line perpendicular to it will be a line which is parallel to the x-axis. So, we will call it as P. PC is a line that is parallel to x-axis. So, that is the altitude. PC is going to give us the altitude. What is the coordinates of point C? That happens to be 2, 2. So, essentially this length PC is equal to 2 units, height is equal to 2 units. So, PC is the height which is equal to 2 units. What is AD? AD is this entire length. OA measures 4 units, OD measures 2 units. So, AD is equal to 6 units. So, half into AD, which is 6 units, into PC, which is the altitude, which is 2 units. Cancel these two. The area of the given triangle that we will have to find out is equal to 6 square units, right. 6 square units is the area of the triangle. Rather straightforward question. Only thing to figure out is how do we determine the altitude? Once you figure that out, things become easy. And before that, one thing which you would have learnt is that what does x equal 0? What line does it represent? It represents the y-axis. What is the next question? 217x plus 131y equals 913, okay, be large enough coefficients and constant. 131x plus 217y equals 827, find out x plus y, right. It's a lovely question. See, you can solve these two equations using elimination method, substitution method, whatever method, find out x, find out y and get the answer, but that's not how we are going to be doing it. This question, as I said, the beauty about this question is, look at the x coefficient of the first equation and the y coefficient of the second one, they are the same. And the y coefficient of the first equation and the x coefficient of the second equation, they are the same. So, if it is ax plus by, bx plus ay, add the two equations, you will essentially end up getting something which is very interesting and quite easy to crack. 217x plus 131y is equal to 913. 131x plus 217y is equal to 827. Let us add these two equations. 217 plus 131 is equal to 348x. Similarly, 131 plus 217 is also going to be equal to 348y. 27 plus 13 is a 40. 900 plus 800 is equal to 1700. So, this is 1740. 348 can be taken common outside, that will make x plus y to be equal to 1740 divided by 348. 340 into 5 is 1700, 8 into 5 is 40. So, it will cancel out to leave us with a 5. X plus y is equal to 5. Solving this equation by finding out x and y separately and then adding it up will also give us the same answer, but it is far more cumbersome than this. So, when you see equations, look to see if they are of the form ax plus by and bx plus ay. In that case, add the equation, subtract the equation, you will get the value for x plus y, you will get the value for x minus y. It is much easier to solve from that point forward. The number of solutions of 3 raised to the power of x plus y equals 243 and 243 raised to the power of x minus y equals 3 is how many? They are not even asking us to find out what is the value of x, what is the value of y, they are asking us to determine how many solutions will it have, right. No solution at all, one solution, two solutions, infinite number of solutions, right. 243 is a power of 3. So, 3 raised to the power of x plus y is equal to 3 raised to the power of 5 is what 243 is all about. Bases are equal, let us equate the indices, makes x plus y to be equal to a 5, which is equation 1. Go to the second part, which is 243 raised to the power of x minus y is equal to a 3. 243 we know is a 3 raised to the power of 5. So, 3 raised to the power of 5 raised to the power of x minus y is equal to a 3. 3 raised to a power of 5 times of x minus y is equal to a 3 power 1. Bases are equal, both are 3's. Equate the indices. We have 5 times x minus y is equal to a 1. 5x minus 5y is equal to 1. This is equation number 2. We'll have to solve these two equations to find how many solutions will x and y have, or use the condition, right? We'll check out how does a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 compare. If they are not equal, we'll have a unique solution. If they're equal, then let's compare it with c1 by c2 and then determine whether we have no solution or infinite solution. a1 by a2 is the coefficient of x in the first equation divided by the coefficient of x in the second equation, which is 1 upon 5. b1 by b2, the coefficient of y in the first equation and the coefficient of y in the second equation. 1 by 5 is not equal to 1 by minus 5. Because a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, they will have a unique solution. The number of solutions for this equations representing 3 raised to the power of x plus y is equal to 243 and 243 raised to the power of x minus y is equal to 3 power 1 is, you'll have a unique solution for it. You'll have one value for x and one value for y that will satisfy it. Before you leave, I want you to do two things. One, sign up at online.maxtute.com to get started with CBSE Class 10 Math online tuitions. It takes all of 5 minutes and less than 3 steps to get started. And second thing, I want you to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so that you get notified every time a new video is uploaded. Spread the word about this channel to your friends and classmates.